Hello, is it streaming now? Okay, I think you're good. Okay, hello. Welcome to the second intro to art workshop. Thank you for coming and stuff. It's the second one, yeah. Okay, but it's okay because I will go over what we did a little bit the first week. So the first week we went over intro, like the intro to like the workshop and also like the ideas you can put through art. So basically I was talking about how you want to like be putting your emotions and your feelings and meaning into art so that there's just more to it than just a pretty picture, I guess. And we also talked about how like game atmosphere and story is really important and it shows through art because that's like how you present it to people, because when you present a game to people, you don't really see like the mechanics or the program behind it. Normal people don't really see that kind of stuff. They see the art and they see how nice the characters and the backgrounds and everything else looks. So today we're just gonna be going over some like basic stuff, and before you can get into like the real like concept art, character design, stuff like that, we're just kind of like going over the basics and basically giving you some tips that help you like make your drawings better, basically. So as always, like in GameSpot and just in anywhere, like in college or like on your own, right? You have a lot of creative freedom. If you're in like a company, right, you're probably not going to be able to draw what you want. But even though you're in college right now, you should like cherish the moment you can like do whatever you want. You should still know the basics of like how to draw, so you don't end up drawing Monkey Jesus and you end up drawing like Bob Ross. What is it? Bob Ross.
His evil cousin.
His evil cousin. Ross Bob. Yeah. And, like I don't know. I think he's a really good artist. Maybe you should put his video. Huh?
Happy little trees.
I know, happy little trees.
Happy little trees.
No mistakes, just friendly trees. Yeah. I honestly, like, a tip is if you're gonna like fall asleep to him drawing something or something. Bob Ross, yes. Ross Bob. And so it's just basic like shapes and lines stuff. So basically when you're drawing, you don't wanna spend too long on like one drawing. You wanna be able to produce multiple ones consistently and like pretty fast. You kinda have to get good at just drawing fast, basically. And still get good and still have maintaining that kind of quality and not having it look like trash, you know? So, because we're all here to improve, but yeah, you gotta, if you want to improve, you have to draw more than one thing a day, probably. You have to draw multiple things and multiple things over multiple days and stuff like that. Yeah. Because, like, if you say this eye looks really good, right? But if you can only draw an eye and you can't really draw anything else, you just draw a really nice eye, then, well, you know, it looks cool, but, like, no one really is going to hire you, right? Because you want to be able to draw a lot of different things. And you want to be able to draw a lot of different things well, which is, you have that kind of, like, broad kind of, like, I can draw this, I can draw that, and people will be more likely to hire you and stuff like that. Yeah. And also, like, if you can draw really well, like, say you can draw this, like, Mona Lisa in, like, 2 months, but someone else can draw 2 Mona Lisas in 1 month, then you've kind of got yourself beat, right? So you want to be able to draw fast and stuff. It's just something you have to practice on, just kind of like doodle in class. And it'll come. And confidence, I guess. So a lot of, like, artists I see kind of, like, draw, like, really tiny lines or really, like, light lines because they're scared of messing up or whatnot. I tell you, screw that. You want to be, like, confident in, like, what you're drawing. So you want to just be, like, owning it kind of thing. Even though you don't feel like you're owning it, just pretend, right? Because fake it until you make it, right? And, yeah. And, you know, if you, like, you know, if you mess up one drawing, it's fine. You just create another bad drawing and just keep creating bad drawings, and one day you'll get, like, a really good drawing and be proud of it. Be like, yay, I've improved and stuff like that. So, you know, improvement will always come, but not if you quit. So, don't quit, and you will get there one day, basically. Anyways, I think that's, yeah. And the last one is, yeah, your competition is with yourself. So don't compare yourself too much to other people. compare yourself to yourself and how you can improve your own drawings and stuff. And it helps if you like maybe ask a friend or ask a mentor or something, like, hey, how does this art look? And they can hopefully like help you and be like, oh, you could like add something here or add something there, stuff like that, I think. Yeah. And also you want to start big, so I think it goes into here. Yeah, you want to yeah, this one right here, how to draw an owl. Just draw some circles and then draw the rest. Is hopefully a good tutorial. Should not be like this, but yeah. But you do want to start with the basic outlines. So you want to have like the picture in your head. It doesn't be like detailed and really fully rendered, but this is basically where everything starts. It's like the basics. And whatever you add onto it, that is how it becomes your art, basically, because everyone has their own twist to it, and you gotta make something from just something like that. I can show you how, like, let me click up. There's some YouTube things where just speed paints, really, but
it's like calm me down.
yeah, like, see how they start very kind of just see, it's like just a color palette. You got like the blacks, blues. It doesn't really look like anything, right? But if you just keep watching, I guess it just starts molding out like the idea of it. And this is what you want to do in your art, I guess. Is kind of like start with the basics and then work your way down to the details. If you like start on the big picture, that's how you kind of like have a like, oh, this is what people are gonna see. But if you start from the details, then you might lose like what is important big picture wise. Yeah. And I'm sure like all of you are pretty like good artists. Like I'm sure like you guys are like I'm pretty sure you're really good at stuff like that, right? But like sometimes it's not about the mistakes you do in your art. It's about like what it's like you might not have any mistakes in your art. It might be like, all right, it looks good and I don't see anything wrong with it, but it's what you're not doing that gives it that kind of like oomph to it, that makes it like not just good but like amazing. And you know, that's something like we all have to work on. And there's always room for improvement, so even I have to. Yeah, so you can see they're like making it very nicely colored and stuff like that. And then I guess this one is another one. It's basically the same thing. Yeah, that's how it looks like at the end, but wow, music. It starts out very like boxy and kind of, you can't really tell what it is a little bit, but like as they add details, you're able to like see like, oh, you know, it's like the city and it's like trash and the foreground stuff. And you can tell like they start with like the darker stuff in the front and move back into like lighter tones. So that's a little tip right there, stuff like that. And then at the end, you start adding color and whatnot. Okay, close that. So this is just another tip thing, I guess. Is that things are never 2D. Like common mistakes I see is like you have the idea of a person. Like if you see the first one right there, that is, you can tell it's a person, right? But is it like, it's not a person. It's just the idea of a person because you can see it has the head and the arms and limbs and whatnot, but it's not really a person. The second one is not like the most amazing artwork ever, but like it's a step up because it has shading. You can tell like the proportions are pretty like human, I guess, and there's like, I guess like more good stuff to it. Really. So basically what they're doing here is they're doing shading. It's like, oh my god, shading, yeah, please just shade stuff. It's how you make something 2D look like there's like depth to it. So shading is important. And you also want to start using, if you don't already use references, you should use references because that's how you can like study real life and you can tell like, oh, this is how a person should look like, instead of if you draw on your own, you might just come up with an idea, but you won't come up with what it actually looks like. But that's like, it's like we're not all gonna be drawing like this, right? So just a few guidelines, I guess. Also, hair is not a single shape or a gazillion lines. You can tell this one's just like a shape. It should look not like a gazillion lines either, because you don't want to draw every single hair strand. That would be just not like smart to do, I guess. But yeah, here you can see it's kind of like shaping like strands of hair instead of like just whatever that is. Anyways, lines do not exist. This is like really random, but like hear me out, okay? You don't see lines in real life. You don't see like, oh, this is my hand. You don't see like a black outline around it, right? You don't see the table and it's like, oh, there's a black outline. That's a chair. It's like basically everything has color to it, and that's kind of how you distinguish one thing from another. So if you have the shading down and stuff, you can make it look like something is itself without having to resort to making the black lines around everything. But that's just a tip, I guess. I don't know. Alright, so human anatomy, I guess. So I guess you don't really need photorealistic art to draw for games, but you do need to know realistic anatomy before you start like warping it. And it's very good to have like the proportions down. So for now, I guess I just want everyone to like take 10 minutes, I guess, to just draw the person. If you draw either one, it doesn't really matter to me. But yeah. So you want paper? Okay. So just like, I'll give you some tips on like how to draw like stuff like this, I guess. Do you want paper? Here you go. Get my. Oh no, I'm just gonna draw. Oh, yeah. So what I'm gonna do is, don't worry about that. Take that, and then I'm gonna post that in here, and then I'm just gonna kind of show you some tips and stuff, I guess, some basic stuff. So the head, for now, let's do this opacity, is like a circle. Like this is how I draw it, but basically you have a circle and then a line down the middle of the face, and then you draw kind of like a cone shape kind of thing. That's how a head kind of looks like. You make it like 3D looking and not like 2D, because if you just draw it like this, it's a 2D thing. But if you do this, you can have like the guideline of, oh, this is like a 3D thing. So that is a tip, I guess. And shoulder wise, you notice the neck is not straight, so it should not be like this, right? It should be kind of curved lines like that, which is good to have. No, and the shoulders don't go straight down like this. They don't go like that. They also don't go like, they exist. The shoulders exist. So you want to have like a slope down like that. And when you want to just draw it on the side as well, so you know like you know what you're doing. Because you don't want to trace everything, but at the same time you want to know what you're doing. Also, what I do for shoulders and stuff, like you want to like make all the joints kind of like circles like this. This is like, don't usually do this, but this is how you connect things. Like that. You can also just go like this as well. This is like the hand, and we can do those later because hands are hard. But yeah, everything has like a sort of joint to it, and this is how you kind of do stuff. Oh yeah, can't. Yeah. I don't know how to keep this up here with that. I can draw on this. Oh wow, I can draw on this. Oh, no. Also, another tip is the hands go to the middle of the thigh right here. They always go to the middle, like right here and here. It's like the middle part. The hands are like right here. This is how you remember to not draw hands too long or too short. They always reach the middle of your thigh right here, like this. chimpanzee hands. Yeah. Yeah. I'll just give everyone hands to do that. Do you have a pencil? Yeah. You don't. Trying to find one. Oh, there it is. And hands we will work on right after this exercise. See, there's like a triangle here. That's how the body works. Also, torso-wise, it's kind of like two boxes. Or something. It's like an hourglass shape right there. And it's all different for whether you're drawing a female or a male. Usually, males have like wider shoulders and like kind of like a boxy kind of shape to their body. So it looks kind of like more like a guy, I guess. And then the girl was like, wow. Like the legs are a little curved.
You say they can't be thick?
She's a hella thick.
She's thick. Yeah.
Thick with blue seas.
Also hands. We'll do that after this. Just go around.
No, she's not good.
Good thing about digitals, you can change the size. You want what? You can also buy, they were like $3 at Daiso. The male fingies. The the little like posable figures. Yeah, they're like $3 at Daiso. If you guys want to get one.
What's a Daiso?
What's a Daiso?
What's a Daiso?
What's a Daiso? Daiso, how do you not know Daiso? Also,
Japanese company.
You know, for everyone listening who doesn't know what a Daiso is.
Daiso is the best store ever.
It's a Japanese convenience store.
See?
It has like
That's all you
everything.
need to say.
It has absolutely everything, and everything's $1.
Mm-hmm.
It's way cheaper in Japan. Everything in Japan's $1. Daiso.
Oh wow.
So it's basically Dollar Tree.
Yeah, it's $1 in Japan. It's Dollar Tree, but like with nice stuff.
Really nice, cute stuff.
Bro, the freaking Daiso in Harajuku is like 3-4 floors.
Mm-hmm.
Insane.
Wow. There's also another. Guess I'll just try. I will do my best. Oh, I can't. Is everyone done?
I'm never done.
Nice. Okay, well, I think we're gonna move along here. So we'll move on a little bit. The next thing that was not talking about was hi. Hello, Mari. I didn't know you were gonna come. Next thing we're gonna talk about is hands. So we're now gonna practice a few hands, just for now. I mean, try to find something not really hard. 30 seconds? 60 seconds? I think 60 seconds, okay. So, is everyone ready?
What are we doing?
We're gonna be practicing a few hands. Maybe like 5, I guess. So, have fun. You got 60 seconds. You just draw the general shape of it. Have fun.
Looks nice.
I like making y'all suffer, right? This is a good website I use though for whenever I want to study how to draw hands. Hands is like they're really hard to draw, right? But if you can make them look good, you can make them look dynamic. They can add a lot to your artwork. So, yeah. And don't worry about like the details or like the creases or whatnot if you can't get to it. You just want to have like a general like outline of it. You can.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. It's taking. Oh, it changed.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like wondering if one was gonna change. But yeah, this is a good way to like practice a lot in like a few minutes, and you should. It's a good website to use. The link is in the slides and it should be posted, but honestly, don't know. If you need the link, you can always DM me. Oh, changed. It's hard at first, but like once you do more, you can start. You can definitely tell there's an improvement. It's very, not say gradual. It's actually pretty fast. Like you start getting the hang of it. You can do it. I believe in y'all.
Do you?
Yes.
I can't even believe in myself.
Oh no, I believe in you. Even if you don't believe in yourself.
Close fists so I can get away with it.
No, don't do it.
Do it.
Do half body drawings.
Huh?
Do half body drawings. Don't worry about anything.
I know, right? You can't do that. That's bad. You won't improve if you stick to the easy stuff, even though it's fun. Sometimes you have to go out of your comfort zone.
You're making the fingers very pointy.
Oh wow, 2. Yeah, just have fun.
I gotta say feet are colors. So I draw
Oh, you wanna draw feet?
Bigfoot.
I don't want to draw.
Alright, we can do that another
Sorry,
time.
I don't got that kind of fetish.
What are there people who do barefoot? It's not like some kink if they are. You take off your socks and instantly it's like stranger danger.
Oh.
Oops. Oh, you know, I'm just not gonna do that one.
Why are there so many true handles?
There you go. Yeah, that one works.
Hey, this is.
Oh,
It's okay, it's okay.
also, I guess I'll give some tips on the last one, I guess. Oops, sorry. I'm sorry.
Are you?
So, it's the arm. Kind of connects here. Okay, so got like a kind of like a fan-shaped kind of box thing. And here are the joints. So the thumb has 2 joints, and it's always curved. The fingers are not boxes; they're like, don't know how to. There's always joints to them. And there's always this big joint, so if you can always make like a little like hill when you reach a joint.
It looks like it's slipping off the ground.
Kind of like that. You can tell like the joints. 2, 3. Oh, there's a little loop here. Nice too.
Mm-hmm.
Little boop. Yeah. So how was that?
I don't know if drawing too well.
Did you learn anything from it? What did you think about this exercise?
It was fun.
Okay. No, we can stop here, I guess. So we could go on to a little bit more about posing, I guess. A little different. This is more like character design wise, but when you want to make your like character designs, you want to make them like obvious that oh, this is a person, and you can tell like this is like the arm and the feet, and like this is the other arm, and this is the head. This one right here is very like kind of like closed, like person's like hiding within itself, so you can't really tell. You can tell this is the head, but you can't really tell if there's like an arm here or whatnot. So when you're drawing like poses and stuff, you want to think about the silhouette and kind of how it will look like if it wasn't like this one. It was kind of like just a shadow. Like what would it look like? And if it's like this, then you might want to make it a little bit more cooler, I guess. Yeah. So poses are like kind of like sort of a character design thing, but they can tell a lot about a character, basically. You can tell, like, oh, are they, like, confident, or are they, like, shy, or whatnot, or, like, crazy, like this girl right there. And it's basically, like, a way you can draw people in, like, different poses as well. So it's, like, good practice if you want to make something have personality. So for the rest of the time, I guess, we're going to be doing like this like pose exercise where basically this is why I brought the sword is basically I guess I can go first, right? So we all have like 1 minute. How do I even time this?
Google it.
Okay. There's a clock on my thing. So basically I'll do a pose and you all just have to draw me in that pose for a minute.
Piece of paper.
Oh, yeah, sure. And you all have like, I guess, I'm just gonna, you all have a minute, or 2 minutes, or where's the stopwatch?
Should I just tell you when it's like 1 minute?
I'll do 1 minute, yeah, I'll do 1 minute. So basically you draw my pose in a minute, and then we switch off, so another person will do like a pose. I don't know.
Don't do a point outward. You're not going to be able to hold your arm out, though.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to hold your arm out for 1
I
minute.
do not know. Just go like this. So just draw that. Oh, I took my jacket off.
No, it's fine.
You can give off the image of broad shoulders.
Because, you know, she's saying you don't have any.
Also, you don't have to use the sword if you don't want to. I just brought it for fun.
Already?
I barely drew
Wow.
the
I barely drew anything.
Oh, okay, I'll just give it another minute. I'll give everyone 30 more seconds.
Could have done poses without a sword, but you need to be maximum.
Okay,
today.
you got 20 seconds. Done. Okay, party is put the sword here. Oh, because
Don't trip over your swords.
okay, I'll give a minute 30 seconds, I guess.
What sort of
So
pose
hopefully-
you want to do?
Oh my.
You're holding it backwards. Reverse the sword. There you go.
Okay.
Alright, try to just hold that pose and try not to move much.
The boy calling you.
It's actually a really nice dynamic pose. It's good practice.
Looks like she's golfing.
Basically.
I'm playing baseball. Baseball.
The whole drawing the joints thing really helps start the position first before you go for anything else.
About 30 seconds. Does it hurt? Oh. It's exercise. Yeah, we're done. Okay. How do I make this so there's no noise? Alright, well. Alright. There we go. Okay.
Y'all, you better be ready when I go up. I'm gonna give you something super dynamic.
Alright.
Try to balance on one foot the entire time.
I mean, not like that. I'm gonna go for something stupid. That'd be cool, but
I know,
did
this
you guys
like
watch that?
No, I did watch the live action of Full Metal Alchemist. That was pretty good.
Well, it's on Netflix, so you should watch it. It's actually pretty good.
For Bleach?
Yeah, there's one on Netflix.
No, I think the best live action anime is Death Note on Netflix.
Oh.
No, we don't talk about that one.
Oh man.
Gotta love Avatar and The Last Airbender.
We don't talk about that one either.
They better make it good. I don't want Aang to be a black dude or something.
Oh, it already happened, so.
What?
It's too late. You'll never survive.
And his name's not even Aang, it's on.
No, he's talking about, that's the M. Night Shyamalan one. Talking about something else.
Oh, yeah, the new one.
I know, right?
It's because you're not actively drawing like what we normally are. So.
Got noise now. Okay.
Sorry, I'm short.
I'm gonna do this at a minute and 25. Or a minute 20.
Hey, no.
No.
Start. Okay!
Give us 2 minutes. Give us 2 minutes.
No.
Two.
So you gotta pose. Just keep moving around. You.
Hey, she's good.
Pick a pose.
I am posing.
No pressure.
You know what I want? Let's change. Okay. Alex, you're next.
Yep.
Okay.
Other Alex. I'm sorry. There's 2 of us in here.
I wonder if I can change the alarm noise so it's a meme instead.
I thought you were
Please,
cute.
God, no.
How do I do that?
Can I see?
Don't explain it to her, please.
Oh yeah, you can.
Sorry, I don't know.
Yeah. Alright. Can you stand in the middle? Like, there you go.
Oh, the sword's backwards again. Flip it around. Like, in your hand, just flip.
Okay. I'm gonna order this way then.
Oh, you
Don't
Okay.
touch yourself.
Put your hand.
Go.
So, he's gonna
Alright,
bash you
go.
with the hilt. Cave your skull in.
Batter up.
Exactly.
You want to angle your head so it's like you're in the action of it. Yeah.
Batter up.
Since this is Game Mario, we have to have a sword. Because so many game characters have swords, right? So yes.
What about guns?
Oh, you know, if I had a gun, I would have brought it. But I didn't make that for my cosplay, so...
Also,
Don't
we
have
shouldn't be bringing even fake guns on campus. It's
Oh,
a great way to get in trouble.
because
That's true.
Yes, probably.
I was
That's
like,
a great way to get fake shot.
yeah, okay, never mind. I will not be using guns.
do not bring a gun.
Okay. Other Alex, it's your turn now. Huh?
Especially with the climate down there.
Yes.
So it's guns.
Even if it was like a joke gun, I don't think...
No.
Yeah. I was already like worried carrying the sword around, like, oh, what if I get like... I don't know. Do I need to keep streaming this?
Okay.
Do I need to keep
I want to do something stupid.
I mean, you're holding a sword already, so.
Alright, go.
I'm trying to think of one. Give me a moment. You're
Alright, sorry, I will stop the timer.
Otherwise, I'll be me bashing your head in.
Alright.
I guess, like, something.
Whoa!
Yeah, it's anime. Come on.
Alright,
And that way you have to get distance because this puts further forward than this one. Can you do that?
go. I'm like in this. give people extra time for this.
How nice are you gonna do something dumb?
I could do something dumb afterwards as an example.
Oh, you can do something. You can go twice if you want to.
This isn't even my final form.
Exactly. Oh, that's what you're saying. This hurts.
It's exercising. Getting spawn goes exercising.
By doing weave shit.
You're doing weird shit too. Got 3 seconds left. Does anyone else need one?
Yeah.
Dude, he's like surfing.
Okay, I'll give you 5 more seconds.
Basically.
5, 4,
No.
3, 2, 1.
Oh.
Okay. You've been defeated. Do you want to do another one or just
Yeah.
have Kevin?
I mean, I could just be like on the floor.
Oh.
I can't see anything. I'm gonna draw you a stick figure.
I mean, if I could like stand up, the point would be sort of like have myself like this.
Okay.
Like that. Oh, my spine! I can't do that. I need
No,
to
okay,
share
don't
something.
do that. That's not good for your health.
Okay, how about you just do it? Your spine's gonna die.
Just let Kevin.
Take my sword.
Wait.
That's
what?
my sword.
Do something. I can't do that.
Cowabunga.
Take my sword. What's his name?
It's a sword.
Oh yeah, you should make it look like you don't know what you're doing.
What?
Stare down the barrel.
That works. Do it. Yeah.
Don't tire out your arms though.
Okay. It's not that heavy.
Shut up.
It is heavy for a minute and 30 seconds.
You'll feel it, man. Just you wait.
He's just trying to flex on us.
Just trying to flex.
Hashtag flexing.
I hope your lungs are okay, Alex.
What? Yeah, I'm fine.
Alright, cool.
It's not gonna just like pop out of nowhere again.
Hopefully not.
That's not how lung surgeries work anyway. Fantastic pose. Very representative.
Representative of Kevin.
Wait, are we done yet?
No.
We got 15
Yeah, now you're feeling that burn.
You feeling it?
Calling you out, son.
Idris.
Wow. Picture it didn't happen.
There you go.
You're freed from your eternal prison.
Does anyone have any pose ideas, or we just go around in a circle until? I guess we're gonna do like 2 more until 2:50 because it's 2:55.
2 more minutes.
2 more like
2
little.
minutes.
Yeah. Have we done this yet?
Isn't that like the same one I was doing, except from a different angle?
No, I gotta do this.
It's different.
You are holding me with one hand, and she's holding me with one hand.
So different.
Yeah, I know.
They're all the same thing sometimes.
So if we're recording this, how are people,
Oh, yeah, they can't see.
yeah, they can't see.
It's like
I mean, like, we've been talking about poses this whole time and they can't tell what the hell is
What's their loss?
Basically, we're just posing,
Should we, like,
and so we're all
take pictures of this and post it with it?
Yeah,
So-
we could take pictures of this.
Bro, I need to. No one can find that public. We need that. We just
No
need
one's
that.
looking at me, son.
Alexis, just take pictures of this.
Oh, alright.
It's on the slides.
Ah.
I got a picture of Kevin already. Because it was hilarious. This is what Cosplay Brigade does. should like collab with them, get them to do the really cool poses.
Got it.
Another 5 seconds left.
Yay!
So now we need everyone to go back into their weak position so I can take those photos.
No, I'm not letting you take control of me.
Okay, someone else can be in your position.
Okay.
Someone else can assume the position. Smile, you're on camera. Want to do that peace sign?
Peace signing.
Can you do that with a one hand on the sword and hold that for like 2 minutes?
I will try.
Draw the peace sign.
Oh
So
yeah,
that's
this is
hard.
foreshortening.
Yeah, because it's called death, and that's really hard.
You guys have to draw the circles and stuff.
You don't have to keep your face frozen in the center. Like, that's fine, you can move your face. See, now I forced you back into it. Don't pass out on me now.
That is my computer.
That's all.
That's about to die. Did I even?
Yeah, because you slowly and surely been dropping that sword position. More angle, there you go.
Bring much more.
So hiring. Why did I choose these clothes?
Okay, you're done now.
Yay.
Okay. Yeah, I think we have time for one more. If you want to go.
Who's ready to do the stupid JoJo pose?
Do you have one? Okay, you can go. I don't know if I can go back to my apartment and get my charger.
Oh, do you have any like class that use your laptop?
I like taking notes with it.
Oh.
Actually, it's not too big of a deal.
This is going to be the water swallowing pose.
Oh, sword swallower?
Yeah.
Oh, don't like eat it.
Don't actually put it in your mouth.
Yeah. No, it's just.
Don't. Just make sure you don't actually stick it in your mouth for that pose. Also, you're going to need to be able to keep your arms above your head with that heavy sword for a solid 2 minutes. So you're going to get tired of that really fast.
Alright, I can start now, I guess. Okay.
Part of the shot. Actually, I'm going to scoot back here.
That neck is in a very interesting pose.
I'm retired.
That's not surprising. It's the hardest to people.
Don't actually plunge down into it.
Oh yeah, I don't think there's insurance on something like this. You have 15 seconds left. Okay. Anyways, that's the end of our workshop, I guess. Stop